welcome you watching Plain Speak with me, Grihatul. A fresh political storm has engulfed Karnataka's public discourse after the recent controversy over a junket involving Congress MLAs to a new and potentially more consequential issue, which is the allotment of public land for political party use. Recent data, in fact, has been released by the Karnataka BJP, now alleging that the Congress-led state government has allocated 24 or more civic amenity sites originally meant for either housing, parks and other public welfare purposes to the Congress Bhavan Trust at heavily discounted rates far below the market value. And that has raised serious questions about governance and transparency. At the center of this dispute is the BJP's claim that public land was in fact diverted for party offices across several districts in Karnataka without clear adherence to rules, effectively prioritizing political infrastructure over public needs and doing so at roughly 5% of the guidance values. In response, the Congress is insisting that these allotments were lawful and within the framework of democratic political organization. But the debate has now moved beyond mere accusation and defense to broader questions about how public land is allocated, who benefits from such decisions, and what mechanisms exist to ensure fairness and accountability in state administration. This, as fingers are now being pointed to past administrations, including BJP governments in Karnataka, that sanctioned land allotments to party-linked trusts were made, suggesting that this is not an isolated episode, but part of a wider pattern of political influence over state resources. So let's now further elaborate on the political blame game over civic amenity sites, with BJP and Congress now locked in this bitter spat against one another. So here's what we are learning. The BJP has claimed that the Congress government leased civic amenity sites for party offices. Congress to that has gone on to counter these very claims, alleging that the BJP too had made those allotments. Hundreds of CA sites were in fact allotted to BJP's own trusts while the BJP was in power on two occasions during the Yadurappa and the Bomai regime in Karnataka. The BJP has further gone on to claim that 24 civic amenity sites were allotted at a 5% discount on the guidance value. Congress has further gone on to hit back, saying that several JDS BJP offices themselves operate from the government allotted CA sites. In fact, the very allegation that was being made by BJP from that very office of the Bharatiya Janata Party, that too is on allegedly an allotted CA site. This is an allegation coming in from the Congress now. The biggest charge so far is that the BJP has gone on to claim that the Congress acquired properties that were worth 40 crore rupees. Imagine the amount for just, and this is the discrepancy, for just 2 crore rupees. In response, BJP is, in fact, Congress is now alleging that over 150 acres were allotted to BJP and RSS-linked bodies between the year 2019 to 2023. So that's what the brickbat between the BJP and Congress really is pretty much all about. But here's a little bit more on the ruling government in Karnataka and the misplaced priorities of the Siddha Sarkara, which is a spectacle now in the state of Karnataka. Because here's what we found out. There is first thing that we would like to in fact bring to your notice: international study tours for 20 MLAs. So MLAs are being sent abroad on government funded trips even as local development needs that infrastructure, and there's lapses that have been brought to fore through various reportages, some of which we have presented here on CNN News 18. All of that, they go unattended while these MLAs are going on international study tours. If we further take a look at priority number 2 for the Siddha government, allocating public use plots for party offices, for Congress Bhavans, these plots that are meant for public use, allegedly being diverted for these party offices, and this raises a serious question about misuse of government land. Also, next priority for the Siddha government, a salary hike, as MLAs are pushing for a 30 to 40% pay increase, prompting debates over whether self-interest is taking precedence over public welfare in Karnataka under Siddaramaiah. The fourth thing, MLAs are now demanding an upgrade. An upgrade for what? For a legislators club, and that will require a sum of 20 crore rupees, ladies and gentlemen. That has been demanded for these upgrades while pressing public issues await attention. We're also, in fact, learning that MLAs, and we have put out those viral visuals also for our viewers on CNN News 18, that the Vidhan Sauda is hell-bent on put over citizens' needs. So we are asking, as the Karnataka showdown continues and it's only escalating, public plots and perks are being given out to the MLAs, are Siddha Sarkar's priorities misplaced?
And almost 50 crore rupees property, they have taken it just for 2 crore rupees. Is it not a loot?
Bangalore city, I think at the time of BJP, they have taken more than 100 places in the name of trusts for the various institutions.
Let me take this across to my guests who join us on Plain Speak on the first debate. Bhaskar Rao, spokesperson of Karnataka BJP. Also, Shatabi Shivana, spokesperson of Karnataka Congress. Sudhakar S. Shetty, spokesperson of the JDS. And R.K. Upadhyay, senior journalist. All the gentlemen now with me for this big debate emerging out of Karnataka. But let me first bring in the Congress guest. Ms. Shivana, I really want to understand what really is going on per the priorities under the Siddaramaiah regime in Karnataka. Perks for MLAs, more mantris than the number of MLAs in the Vidhana Sauda. And now this, we're also learning of these allegations. Government land that supposed to be for public use, in fact, is being taken away by the Congress for putting out these Congress Bhavans, putting it under the Congress Bhavan Trust. What is going on, sir?
Okay, so let's begin with first principles. We are still a parliamentary democracy. Political parties are not private clubs. They are constitutional participants in public life. If democracy has to function meaningfully, political parties must have institutional presence at grassroots levels. Now, the Karnataka Congress, like any other registered political party, made a formal requisition to the government for land to construct district level party offices. The government examined the request under the applicable framework governing civic and amenity and public use space. The matter was placed before the cabinet deliberated, the cabinet approved. So I ask a simple question and I ask myself, which provision of law has been violated? Name the rule, cite the section, quote the judgment. If there is
saying the government under the Congress party deliberated in the Vidhana Sauda, decided that these provisions are fine, decided that this land which is meant for public use can be taken away from the public and taken into the Congress's own use and used as party office or for Congress Bhavans. Conflict of interest, sir?
I hope you don't interject me. I was about to come to that either way.
Okay,
if there is illegality, the courts are open. File a writ petition. We will defend it because governance is decided in courtrooms and not in prime time studios. Now let us address the public purpose argument. A party office is not a private farmhouse. It is where ordinary citizens go with grievances. It could be pension issues, ration card problems, housing applications, legal assistance, disaster relief coordination. Political offices are public interfaces. They are spaces of civic engagement. If the concern is compliance, then impose conditions on us. No commercial exploitation, periodic audit, clawback clauses. We have no hesitation. But what we object to is this selective moral outrage. When land is allotted to organizations aligned with the BJP ecosystem, it is called nation building. When land is allotted after cabinet approval to the Congress party, it somehow becomes a land scam. Under the previous regimes, government land and civic amenity sites have been constantly allotted to institutions linked to ideological affiliates, to trusts that are owned by politically connected individuals, and in some cases the Honorable High Court has intervened where procedure was questionable. So let us not pretend that land allotment began in 2024.
Okay. All right. Selective
And finally,
moral outrage. Bhaskar Rao, I want your response on this, and I would in fact turn our viewers' attention to a news report that went about putting out those same allegations that the BJP leader is now making against the Congress party. And in fact, it spoke about how Congress legislators, and I'm reading from this report of 2024 in the month of September, BJP MLC, in fact, has been accused of getting a CA site illegally. These are allegations by the Congress party, where the Congress went on to urge the governor, T. Gehlot at that time, of disqualifying the BJP MLC and the leader of opposition, by the way. And look at the name. It is C. Narayanaswamy, the same person who's making these allegations against the Congress government right now.
the hypocrisy, I tell you.
Now, if you see what the Congress spokesperson is mentioning, saying that RSS and BJP ideological institutions were given properties over there.
I never mentioned RSS, by the way.
You mentioned, no? You mentioned it. See,
Make
we
your
have
point,
not, madam, let me complete, ma'am. We have not taken land for CA sites. Look at such a beautiful flow of language he mentions. It was placed in the cabinet, approved. It means everything. You are the judge, you are the executor, and you are the person who does everything over there. BJP has not taken any CA site for making a political office over there. All the properties of BJP have been purchased from in the private. I'll challenge it, let him go and say that. Whereas, over a sudden development, and he says it has been placed, CA sites have been put up, and lot of applicants are there for each of the CA sites over there. Everybody's CA site requirement has been rejected, and the Congress's demand has been put as number one because Mr. D.K. Shivakumar is a very powerful politician in the present dispensation over there, and the CM dare not question him also. And it is the way Mr. Shivanna is expressing also, it is an absolute indication that I am in power. I will take away whatever land it is meant to build my political party offices. He must not forget, Shivanna sir, that all the BJP offices were built on private land. We bought money from the private persons over there.
I'll put out a second fact, sir. I'll put out a second allegation, and this is not by the Congress, this is by the Aam Aadmi Party. It came to light in 2022, and these were direct allegations against the Bharatiya Janata Party on the coercion of the then Chief Minister B.S. Yadurappa at that time. These allegations really came that it was under the coercion of Yadurappa that illegal CA sites were allotted to the Bharatiya Janata Party. So same claims that you are making against the Congress, now the fingers are being pointed at you. And this is not just the Congress, this is another political party, in this case the Aam Aadmi Party, who made these allegations.
If those allegations has reached the government, there is a government in power, let them take action. Let them take to overrule it and cancel it over there. We are not in power at present over there. If that demand was found to be illegal,
it was your government, sir. This is what I'm trying to highlight. I mean, why are you swaying away from the finger pointing that is at the Bharatiya Janata Party? It was the then Chief Minister B.S. Yadurappa, under whose regime an illegal BDA land was illegally, in fact, given away. And this is a civic amenity site that was reserved for the Karnataka medium school. And this was given to the MLA Chandrappa at that time, under pressure from Yadurappa. This is the complaint by Aam Aadmi Party.
There is a government in place right now, isn't it so? So if it was found to be wrong, let them take it back and cancel it. Why are they not doing it over there? It must have been done at that time. But there is a government, as Shivanna himself said, that if it is illegal, let the law be applied and let it be taken back. What we are questioning now is that not institutions, RSS affiliated, BJP affiliated institutions. We have not taken government land, CA land we have not taken CA land for constructing political party offices. We have purchased private land for constructing. There will be a lot of ideologically oriented organizations who may want land, but they have all been given government land because the same procedure which was adopted, which Mr. Shivanna mentioned. We have taken government land on CA sites to make private property over there, to make
So from where I look at it, sir, and let me bring in Mr. Sudhakar Shetty over here, because even the JDS is not absolved of any kind of blame here. There were allegations that came in from Siddaramaiah against several of those illegal allotments during Kumaraswamy, even Devagowda's time, Mr. Shetty. How do you even respond to these claims that are now being made by the Bharatiya Janata Party? And the BJP spokesperson seems to be now shifting the goalpost. They're talking about how these are private allotments that was done on the BJP. We are talking about how this has been done only for party offices, and that is what we are in fact concerned about. What is the allegation exactly?
Most of the time, at present government, they used to say previous government allotted, we are doing. This is totally wrong. This is Congress government now allotting the plat. This is not just 50 crores. Because the market value is 500 crores. This is the government rate is 50 crores. Just 5% of the cost and deposit. It requires the always public money must be always used to spend for the responsibility and transparency. That it has to go to the public money. They are just looting the money. Nearly 22 districts. They are allotting without anything. Somewhere I have noticed, Shivana was talking, that the applicant is the Congress and the officers is the government, sanctioned by the Congress as the cabinet. It's a, everything.
Well, you have done that during the JDS rule in Karnataka. You've done the exact same thing. In fact, Siddaramaiah had made these allegations as recently as just last year, blaming Devagowda, H.D. Kumaraswamy on holding on to this land that they acquired for industry since 1985. And still no industry has been set up on that land.
This is, they are just blaming, this is a public speaking only, not for the record. Till now, they are not able to prove the record. You can see the JDS government, JDS party, they have not allotted any single party for the party sites. That what we have taken, that is compensation site. Earlier also, that the Samta Congress party is the site. Now we have taken, but we have not made any illegal allotment in our government. You can go through the records also.
Okay. All right. Let me bring in.
Allotment to political party. Outright allotment to political. We may have given it to institutions, but this is out. We may have given it to educational institutions. Okay, who are with whom we share an ideology.
Mr. Rao, you're thinking and coming back with your argument, because earlier Mr. Narayanaswamy spoke about how there are heavily discounted rates under which Congress party has taken this land that was meant for public use, as much a land which is up to the tune of 4 crores or 40 crores for that matter has just been given and gotten back by the Congress party at just 2 crores. And that is the discrepancy that one is talking about. Here you're saying that we have not done it for government purposes, for government bhavans, Congress has done it. What is the allegation is the key question here. Let me bring in Mr. R.K. Upadhyay on this, because he's been patiently listening to this entire bickering that goes on between all the 3 key players of Karnataka. Mr. Upadhyay, what do you make of this controversy? Because from where I see it, every government under which Karnataka has been ruled in has been, blamed of similar things, whether it is JDS, whether it is the Bharatiya Janata Party, or now the Congress.
No, see, I think that is where we are making a big mistake. See, there is a question of scale, and there is a question of, the amount of misuse that is happening. I mean, one can't take just isolated cases of one MLC being, favored and one organization being favored and all that. Here, what Congress is trying to do is, I mean, it's a mass, on scale. They are taking more than 100 CS sites for party offices. It is never heard of. And that too, prime properties which are worth crores of rupees, and you are taking at a pittance. I mean, this has never been heard of. And one has to look at it from a holistic point of view. Just because, during BJP's time or Congress time, there were 1 or 2 instances, you are going on a, complete, wholesale deal of hundreds of crores. It's not just, few crores. So that is the issue here. And it's not only that, we are also talking about MLAs going on foreign tour, and they're demanding 30-40% hike in the salaries.
Yes.
And what's going on? 140 people being given Minister of State or cabinet ministers rank. And this is just looting the exchequer. And just because you're in power, you think you can do whatever you want. So that's the brazenness of this government. I think that is what needs to be exposed.
So, Mr. Shivana, would you like to come in here? Because if we were to put the BJP, the JDS and the Congress on a balancing scale, on that equivalence, the parallels that are being drawn, Congress is coming out to be the most greedy. 100 CA sites. And we have not even gotten at the study tours or those massage chairs at the Vidhan Sauda, for that matter, or even the salary hikes.
No, you did. By saying you didn't, you did. And so did Mr. R.K. Upadhyay.
No, that's the
So
premise of the
let's-
debate, and that's a question that I am asking you.
Let's not stretch the rubber band so far that logic snaps. This is like blaming the monsoon for traffic jams. It is dramatic but disconnected. If you have a legal
What
objection
dramatic
to
and
land
disconnected? What do you
allotment,
mean by that?
raise the rule. If you disagree with the study tours, debate that separately. But merging unrelated issues doesn't strengthen the
No,
argument.
this is not
just makes
unrelated.
it
This is
louder.
not
So
unrelated.
what-
I'll tell you
so what
why.
exactly is
I
the
will
issue?
tell you
Is
why.
it the legality or
Where is the money that has been reserved for some kind of skilling, some kind of infrastructural issues that need to be adhered to as far as Bengaluru? Let's talk about just Bengaluru for that matter in Karnataka. Why has that not been done? And in the face of several calamities that have come into fore, and here we are talking about deaths of 2-year-old children that have happened because of an under construction road, a construction that has been going on for more than 6 months, but nothing has been done about it. And what the Siddaramaiah government is prioritizing is sending his MLAs for study tours abroad to New Zealand, to Australia. And that's why I mentioned the study tour. That's why I mentioned the massage chairs. That's why I mentioned the salary hike. Where is the money that needs to be given to the people of Karnataka for their welfare?
That's why I am saying, please have an issue separately on all these issues. Now, are you discussing legality of land allotment or all these other optics? If you want me to
Everything
answer
else,
all
sir.
these questions,
Everything
Please
I'm
do,
more than happy
please do
to
so. Are we
answer
discussing everything here?
right?
We are
Now,
discussing about the
for us
priorities
to-
of the Siddaramaiah, of the Congress government in
You must
Karnataka.
allow me
sir.
to complete
Please,
if
please,
you're
sir.
asking
Go
me
ahead.
questions.
Yes, Mr.
See,
Shivan.
let me be very clear. The Congress has made a lawful request. The government has examined it. The cabinet has approved it. If the BJP or anybody else claims illegality,
But you have
name the
already
rule
said
that
it.
is violated. Please go to court and please
Okay,
spare us the
we
moral
will ask
lectures.
Mr. Rao about the documented evidence that Mr. Narayan Swamy was in
Please
fact
do,
talking
please do,
about.
please
But
do. Why is he-
answer
why
my
is he doing
question.
it before the media?
Answer my
the
question.
entire debate will collapse if there is no violation.
No, there is no
of law.
collapsing of this
A
debate. I am
cabinet
simply
did with the welfare of the backward classes, and we are doing
There are
exactly
craters
with
on the
that,
road, sir.
with infrastructure, everything else.
There
Now,
are craters on the road.
Kind of connecting all these issues together to project some optics.
Wait, you're saying
that
the
we
same
can't
thing. All right,
defend
Mr.
in
Rao.
a 30
Mr.
minute-
Rao, on the
in a
first
30
point that
minute
Mr.
TV
Shivana
debate.
is going back to,
now my
that they
only-
have done it within the legal framework. There is some kind of a documented proof that Mr. Narayan Swamy was speaking about. What does it say? What are these plots under consideration that you're talking about?
He has
And
no
be
explanation
specific.
about all
Give
those
me
things
the
over there.
exact illegality. Give
Mr.
me
Rao.
the exact section. Give me the
Mr.
exact
Rao,
provision that has
I've
been
asked this question to
violated.
Mr. Rao.
We welcome
Mr. Shivana,
judicial
you had your
review.
time.
Griha, we welcome judicial review. If
May I-
not, this is just
Okay,
another
Mr. Rao,
attempt
what are you planning on doing about it? You made your point. Mr. Shivana, I'll come back to you. Let him make the point. You asked for documentary proof. I'm asking him exactly that question.
This government is in a political surrender mode, and it is trying its best to keep its flock together and trying to do whatever it wants to by such kind of tactics.
Are you taking this on judicial review, for judicial review? Is that what the documentary proof that's been cited by Mr. Narayan Swamy?
No, absolutely no. It's an absolute no.
Okay, Mr. Shetty, would you like to weigh in here? Because the fingers have been pointed at the erstwhile JDS government in Karnataka, and now the Congress is having to bear the same kind of accusations that have come the JDS's way. Clearly, that blame that you seem to be absolving your party from doesn't seem to be existing, because the state of Karnataka has been battling under the same woes despite the governance changes, the revolving door elections that Karnataka boasts of. Each and every government that has come in and ruled the people of Karnataka doesn't seem to do just the basics, because the pothole remain, ridden roads remain, the infrastructure collapses remain in Karnataka, while these splurges have come to light every now and then by any government that has been in power in the state. Mr. Shetty.
First of all, I want to deny all their allegations, because when was the day JDS government? It was the 2 times already. It was a coalition government. JDS not taken the anytime illegal activities. Second one, Congress is the public one of the land. If they want to go for the CA site, getting the public land, they have the action. Lot of rules and regulations are there. Here, unilaterally, they are discussing. They are doing all the illegal activities. More than that, ask them to most serious issues are there in Karnataka. It is not just only for the land. It's the unemployment is there, formal exercise is there, and public seriously issues are there. And they cannot say JDS party in the power illegally allotted any
Okay,
site.
Mr. Shivana,
Because
you do
once the
realize,
Congress
since it's
party
your
is the
government in
partner,
power, any kind of splurge that is known to be associated with the Congress government that is in fact holding the high offices in Karnataka will be taken as an affront to the issues that the people have been facing in Karnataka. In this case, it does look like a placating exercise, an appeasement exercise for all of your leaders and MLAs, even at the cost of how there are certain sections from within the Congress that seem to be widely divided over the leadership. So there is a leadership issue at the very center, and at the heart of that, around that controversy, you see these splurges that are coming to fore. Is that what it has become of Karnataka?
Firstly, see, there are multiple issues that you raise in one question, and I think kudos to your journalism. But
Wait, I have not asked you that question to raise a question on my journalism. I'm asking you just the relevant questions. There are issues plaguing the political party. There are issues plaguing the political party on the one hand, which is the leadership issue.
Who's saying it?
It comes to fore by your own leaders.
Want me to answer about the
Please go
leadership
ahead and
issue?
answer.
Do you want me to answer on the leadership issue?
Please
You
go ahead
want
and
to
answer, sir.
Answer on
Because
welfare
from
policy.
where we are looking at it, it does look at a placating exercise of any leaders.
So far as leadership is concerned, the Karnataka Congress government is stable. Both the leaders are leading like beacons. The Honorable Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister are working in cohesion. There is no dispute amongst them. The High Command is taking care of all the issues. Insofar as infrastructure is concerned, apart from the BJP, nobody is alleging, there is no official document to indicate that there aren't enough funds. There are
Mr.
enough
Shivana, you're
funds.
stuck on documents here. We're
Welfare
talking
development
about
is
deaths
taking
that have
place.
happened of 2-year-old children.
Infrastructure
There are people of
is taking
Karnataka who are
its
in
own
fact
course.
questioning the
At
government.
the same time, there
No,
are certain
Shivana is
sites
not
that
briefed
are
properly
allotted.
by
You
his
want
party to speak.
intermingle
Mr. Rao,
all
when
the
I
issues.
gave you your turn, you could not come up with that basic allegation that your party is raising about the documented proof. Now you are interjecting Mr. Shivana when he's trying to make a point. But that question really remains. Where are the priorities of the Siddaramaiah administration in Karnataka? Because there are various issues that currently plague the government there in the state. We'd have to see where does it in fact go from here. Because in the face of that controversy, what comes out as headlines are only the perks, in fact, that have been doled out by the Siddaramaiah government for the MLAs in Karnataka.
Final point about